Y'all, just out of frame, my cats are being so freaking cute right now, and I get look at them, my children, I love you. Okay, anyways,
hi
guys. Today is a very exciting day, and that is because I went to Barnes & Noble. You're probably like, Nikki, you love to read. What do you mean, Shirley, you go to Barnes & Noble all the time? Guys, I really don't. And the reason for that is because I don't have any self-control. If I go to Barnes & Noble or any bookstore and I'm like looking at books in person, I pick them up, I hold them in my hands, I have to buy them. Like, I'm not walking out without it. The second the first one is in my hand, I can't stop, and they just keep piling on, and I can't choose. I'm indecisive. Also, like, books at Barnes & Noble are way more expensive. I totally understand why. I mean, you're paying for the experience, but in general, to save my bank, I order all my books from Amazon for the most part, or I get them from Target, and I stay out of Barnes & Noble. But you know what? Today, I'm like, I have really been keeping it together. I deserve this. I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna go to Barnes & Noble. So we had a half day at work, and I took my happy self there, and I spent 2 freaking hours in that store, and I got some really good new little babies. So I thought I would do a book haul for the first time on this channel. So fun. I just want to show you guys what I got and talk about it a little bit, and yeah, let's get started. I'm in such a good mood today. Happy Friday. Woo! Okay, I'm not entirely sure how this is gonna go because honestly, whenever I want to read a book, I try as hard as I can to find out as little information as possible about it. I love watching book recommendation videos, but literally if somebody's like talking about it too much, I'm like la 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 la, like I don't want to know. So I don't have a ton of information to share about these books, but I'm going to give you the tiny little snippets that I personally know that made me want to read them. So to get started, I got the book that everyone has been raving about for so long. I have seen this book freaking everywhere. It's beautiful. I love it so much, just the cover of it, everything. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. This book, the concept of this book, when I first heard about it, I'm like, okay, I'm so intrigued. Essentially, it's about a girl in the 1700s. She was basically, had some sort of curse put on her where she lives forever, but everybody that sees her instantly forgets her, I believe. I think she thought it was like a good thing, but obviously it's a curse. I don't know, like I said, try not to know all the details because I don't want anything spoiled, but yeah, I mean, just that concept of like, you get to live forever, but like you never get to truly be happy because you don't get to have any like relationships. Like, what's the point? I always feel like, what's the point in living and experiencing things if you can't experience them like with somebody, you know? I say that as I'm like a total loner that never leaves my apartment, but in general, that's how I feel. So anyways, I think this book is going to be amazing. I've heard nothing but good things about it. Definitely so excited to get started on this one. Yes. So I ended up picking up 3 different books having to do with Greek mythology. Y'all, I love Greek mythology. The Lightning Thief stole my heart with that whenever I was like 13, and I just never got over it, which, speaking of that series, I realized recently that I just never finished it. So I am definitely going to be rereading The Lightning Thief and reading that whole series to come. So if you're interested in that, subscribe to my channel. But yes, I got 3 different books all about mythology. The first one is A Touch of Darkness. Heard great things about this. Essentially, it is a retelling of the story of Persephone and Hades, their love story, how she's trapped in the underworld, with a little sexy spin on it from what I've heard. Persephone, I love that name. I love all the like Greek goddesses names, like Persephone, Aphrodite, Artemis, like they're all so beautiful. That's not related, but anyways, yes, Touch of Darkness, excited about that one. This book I've literally never heard of. It was on the like books you should read table, like right at the front of Barnes & Noble, like in the YA section. It's called Lore. Yeah, I mean, every other book that I've like gotten, I've seen from like a YouTube recommendation, or it's popped up on Book Talk or something, but this one have not heard anything about, and it just drew me in. I could tell it was something Greek mythology related, and I was like, let me check it out. From what I read from the synopsis, it sounds like every 7 years there's an event called the Agon, I think it said. The Agon, yes. Where 9 Greek gods are banished, and they have to come to Earth, and they have to live as mortals. I don't know for how long. I don't know if it's like a purge situation where it's like 1 day, or if it's like a year, I don't know. But they have to come and live on Earth. And I guess during that time, there's like, all the humans are trying to get revenge on the gods because they're very mischievous. They're whatever, they want revenge on them. So they try to basically kill them. They try to hunt them down and kill them every 7 years, the ones that come to Earth. And I guess if you do successfully kill them, you get their godly powers, riches, fame, fortune, I don't know. So yes, this follows a girl whose family has participated in that hunt for like a very long time, and some of her family members ended up getting killed from it, so she's like, I'm over it. I don't know, I skimmed it. It just sounded really interesting because it's set in New York City. Freaking love New York City. Anything set in New York. I love an urban fantasy. I love New York City. I love Greek mythology. All those things combined, I'm like, and it mentioned Athena. Freaking, I love Athena. I did a report on Athena when I was in the 4th grade. I know so much like useless information about Athena in my head, so anytime I like see her in any sort of like mythology related book or story, I'm like, you got me. So yeah, lore. I'm super excited. If any of you guys have read this, totally comment and don't spoil it, but tell me if it's good, because I'm excited, and the cover was very interesting. And the third and last mythology related book I got, of course, is the freaking book that, of all these books, this is the one that I have seen the most. Everybody is living, breathing, dying for it. It's like supposed to be the greatest book in the last however many years. A Song of Achilles. I'm very excited to read this, but guys, I'm so weird. I guess I'm not weird. I'm not like that quirky. I'm not like most girls, but I am such a like sucker for a cover. Like, covers are very important to me. If a cover is like, if somebody tells me a story is great, like 100 people recommend a book to me, but like the cover just doesn't draw me in, I don't vibe with it, like I don't want to read it. And something about like this cover just like doesn't do it for me. Like the side as well, like it's supposed to be like an epic story about like, it's again mythology, Achilles like trying to save a princess, like I recognize all the names of the gods. I'm like, this is a story that totally like right up my alley. Like I'm obsessed, but like I just never got excited about like adding this to my cart. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. They're very important to me. Let me know if you agree with me or I'm just crazy. Like literally I will have 2 books next to each other, and if one story sounds better than the other but this cover is prettier, I'm probably gonna buy this one. It's a sickness. I don't know. It ties the whole package in a pretty bow. I think it really like puts forth the vibe of your book. I don't know. What do I know? Anyways, The Song of Achilles, so excited to read this. I might do like a reading vlog or something. Hopefully it changes my life like everybody's saying it's going to. Okay, y'all, honestly, this book is probably the book that I'm most excited out of all of these to read. I'm really excited about Addie LaRue, but this one I'm just like, the description, the synopsis, like I'm hooked. I haven't even started it and I'm hooked. So I have like a new favorite YouTuber. Her name is Steph Bauer, I think is how you pronounce her name. This is her. She's so cute, so sweet, so bubbly, so fun. I love watching her videos. She gives great book recommendations. She is short, sweet, to the point, gives you like just enough of a synopsis and like summary that you're like drawn in and you want to read it, but she doesn't spoil anything. She's so good at that. I can't summarize anything to save my life. I am a rambler. But yes, I love her channel, and the first video of hers that ever popped up on my homepage was I Hate Everybody in the World But You book recommendations, which is like, yes ma'am, like my life, sign me up. I was like, this is interesting. And the book from that video that I was like, oh, I need to read is this book. It is called Corrupt by Penelope Douglas. I'm literally just gonna read the back to you. It's short and sweet because I don't know anything about it, and I think this is the best summary. It says, Erica, from Erica's point of view. I was told that dreams were our heart's desires. My nightmares, however, became my obsession. His name is Michael Christ, my boyfriend's older brother. We love a boyfriend's older brother. For years, I bit my nails, unable to look away. Now I've graduated high school and moved on to college, but I haven't stopped watching. He's bad, and the dirt I've seen isn't content to stay in my head anymore, because he's finally noticed me. This isn't that short, I lied, but I'm gonna read on. Now this is Michael's perspective. Her name is Erica Fane, but everyone calls her Ricka. My brother's girlfriend grew up hanging around my house and is always at our dinner table. She looks down when I enter a room and stills when I'm close. I can always feel the fear rolling off of her, and while I haven't had her body, I know that I have her mind. That's all I really want anyways, until my brother leaves for the military and I find Ricka alone at college, in my city, unprotected. Sir, who do you think you are? I can already tell this is like a enemies to lovers, will we, won't we, bad boy, brother best friend, all the like sickening toxic tropes that like I shouldn't be obsessed with, that I physically can't stop. Like this is like Wattpad turned real life, not real life because it's a book, but you know what I'm saying. I'm so excited to read this book, and I will let you guys know how it goes. This is not my typical genre at all. Like I do straight up like fantasy. I normally don't go straight up just like toxic romances unless I set up, like I said, I'm doing a Wattpad moment, but yeah, we will see. I'm excited for this one. Okay, this next book. I love to watch videos of people's favorite books of all time. Like, I have those pop up all the time on my suggested. I can't stop watching them. I love it. I love to hear people like gush over their favorite books and like tell me I have to read something. Anyways, of all of those videos I have watched, I swear to you, this book has popped up more than any other book. It is not new by any means. I just never read it, and it is called We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. All I know about this book is that it's about, I guess, a girl. She lives in Massachusetts. She lied, she has a dark secret. I don't know, something crazy happened, and there's lots of plot twists, and everyone just says it's like a life-changing, amazing book. Like, so many people have said this is their favorite book. I think Steph loved this one as well. I'm pretty sure she mentioned it. Literally, I've seen it everywhere. It's always at Barnes & Noble, like front center, and I just have never gotten it. But this time I bit the bullet, and we're gonna do it. So we will see how it goes. Again, not in my typical genre, but branching out. I love that for me. Okay, and lastly, you guys, this cover is absolutely freaking stunning. This is one of those examples of like this book, it did sound good to me, but like if this wasn't the cover, I don't want to say I probably wouldn't have gotten it, but like, you know, like I don't know that it would have made the cut. But this freaking cover, look at how beautiful. It is called Fable. I just love a fabulous redhead. Like, I know it's kind of a joke that like every fantasy novel, like the girl is a redhead. Not like most girls, you know, but like I love it. I'm here for it. Her freckles, stunning. But yeah, I guess this is about a girl. Her, I've heard a lot about this, again, on Book Talk and stuff. It's popped up a lot, but it's a girl and her mother died in like a crazy storm, and then whenever she was 13, I think, and then the next day her father just like disappeared, and so now she's been living on this island for 4 years and by herself, and now she's like going on a quest to try to like find her father, and some boy is helping her out, but things are not what they seem. You know, just a typical fantasy in another world. Yeah, I think it'll be good based on the cover. I don't know, but we'll see. And I think that is it. I think that is all the books I got. How many did I get? Okay, yeah, I got 7 books. Quite the time. Along with that, I didn't get it at Barnes & Noble, but I'm finally gonna be starting the A Court of Thorns and Roses series by Sarah J. Maas. I have been wanting to read that series for so long. Literally, I cannot get on TikTok without a TikTok freaking popping up with the Akratar hashtag, and I have to like swipe past it because I don't know anything about it. One of my coworkers, she's like my reading buddy, she has been telling me for like literally a year now, she's like, you have to read A Court of Thorns and Roses, like Sarah J. Maas. I've never read a Sarah J. Maas book, which is crazy because like I am a fantasy gal, and I know Sarah J. Maas is the queen of fantasy, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. So I ordered that entire series. I wanted it in hardbacks, which is why I had to order it. It's gonna take a while to get here, and the book has blown up. The series has blown up on TikTok, so it's like impossible to get the hardcovers. The hardcovers were so pretty. I typically am a paperback gal because I like read on the couch and it hurts my arms to hold up a hardcover, like major first world problems. I only really get a hardcover if it's a book I know I'm gonna be obsessed with and I'm gonna wanna like reread, just so I don't like tear it up. But yeah, the covers for that series were so beautiful that I'm like, I have to get the hardcovers, and I know I'm gonna be obsessed with it because everybody's obsessed with it. So expect those reviews when those come in as well. Guys, I have so many books in my queue to read. I'm gonna be a busy gal, but you know, I hope you're here for it. There will be a review on every single one of these at some point on this channel, so I guess I will see y'all then. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.